All right, we are live on YouTube, and tonight we're going to be discussing learn how to get along with people on and off of YouTube. Online versus offline behavior. So stick around for all of that and much, much more that's coming right. Whoa! Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, when that pop-up box pops up, make sure you select all notifications, because that way you won't miss a single thing. You will not miss anything when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And also make sure on your smartphone, your tablet, your iPhone, your Android, or anywhere that you have the YouTube app installed on, you must also make sure that the YouTube app is set to receive those notifications at a device level. You do all of that, I'll give you a big round of applause, and we'll be able to proceed forward. That's right. Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to the show. Before we get started, I want to make sure the notification went out. The notification has gone out. I also want to make sure the back end is looking good. Let me just make sure here. Let me make sure. All right. Everything seems to be looking good. Stream health is good. And it looks like we've got 6 people here in the box to start things off. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. It is Friday, September 11th. Wow. The anniversary of the, of 9/11, where a couple of planes crashed into the World Trade Center in New York, and lots of people lost their lives. And New York was just in a state of destruction back then. It was just a horrible time. I remember back in those days, I believe it was 19 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 19 years ago. It was 2001. So I believe this is the 19th anniversary of 9/11. I remember I was working at Office Depot in East Palo Alto, California. And I was an assistant manager there, and my store manager at the time, he heard the news, and then we all went in the break room, and we saw the destruction. It was a day that I'll never forget, but I wish I could forget, because that was just a rough time. So I'm looking at the number of deaths here on Google. 2,977 people lost their lives. Thankfully, we ended up catching the culprit, Osama bin Laden, later on down the road on Obama's, Obama's watch. And Obama caught Osama, and that was that. And hopefully nothing like that will ever happen again. So my thoughts and prayers to everyone out there that lost a loved one or several loved ones regarding 9/11. My thoughts and prayers are with you folks. Okay, now that we have that important message out of the way, tonight's show, folks, is actually going to be very brief. It's probably only going to be about maybe 30 to 45 minutes. I know I said the same thing last night, or 2 nights ago, when I did my last show, and it ended up being an hour and a half. I don't think it's going to go that long tonight, because tonight's topic is learn how to get along with people on and off of YouTube. Learn how to get along with people on YouTube and in real life, online versus offline behaviors. Mutt Nuts World in the chat. Welcome, Mutt. Mutt says, it is a sad day. Yes, it is, Mutt. Yes, it is. And I'm getting some messages behind the scenes. Somebody behind the scenes is telling me Obama wasn't in office yet. It was George W. But well, yeah, what happened was, he started it, but Obama finished it. And right when Obama got into office is when the troops found Osama, went in, and then they took him out. So yes, you're right to the person behind the scenes that shall remain nameless right now. It spilled over from the previous president. Yes. So you're absolutely right on that. Absolutely. But yeah, it wasn't finished. It wasn't finished off until Obama, right when he got into office, he took over that mission. So regardless, the whole point of the matter is we got the culprit. Like, Osama bin Laden was one of the most difficult people to catch. And I'll tell you, I've been dealing with some people out here on YouTube that I've been trying to stop scrutinizing me and destroying me in many ways. I'm not going to get too far into that tonight here. And we already found one of them. We're about to find another one, So, hey, it's not impossible to find these internet trolls that, hide in plain sight behind some fake YouTube and Google usernames. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. If we caught Osama, we can catch anybody, right? Anyone that's creating harm, right? So anyway, let's get right back to it here. The topic tonight, once again, is learn how to get along with people on YouTube and in real life. Online versus offline behaviors. I'm going to tell you folks honestly what prompted me to do this stream tonight. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of people fighting, especially out here on YouTube. Now, I understand that people also will fight off of YouTube, also known as in real life. But it seems like many people that are on the YouTube platform have come on this platform to be able to express themselves in ways that they wouldn't express themselves outside of YouTube in real life, or wouldn't feel comfortable doing it, or feel like they're not, going to be listened to or worthy enough to express themselves outside of YouTube or in real life. So a lot of these people that have many issues deep within, mental, emotional issues, issues of deep insecurities, etc., they come out here on YouTube and they congregate with other YouTubers in a similar position. Typically, these are people that just don't love themselves or are down in the dumps, and rather than looking for ways to better themselves, they look for people that are in the same situation as they are in, and then they dwell in each other's sorrows together. It's pretty sad and pathetic, to be honest with you. But what happens? What kind of situation or situations does that create for people out here on YouTube? If you end up running across a group of these people and you try to befriend them and you're nice with them, and one little thing goes wrong to the point of where you have to withdraw from them, these people will attack you constantly forever, even if you don't talk about them. And so, I've been mentioning quite a bit lately. If you're new here, just try to follow along the story. You can learn a thing or two, because I'm sure, even if you're new here, you've been a part of some other YouTube communities and you've seen the same thing, or maybe you've seen these situations in real life. But, I've been a part. I don't know if I would say I'm a part of this anymore, but I used to be involved with many people in this regarding this group of people out here on YouTube known as the Drama Sphere, at least in my neck of the woods, in the communities I've been involved with. It stems back to 3.5+ years ago to my former channel I used to run that I shut down a little over 2 years ago. And then 3 months after I shut that channel down, I came back and started this channel. And this channel's been up for almost 2 years now. So I've been involved with this group. I was involved with this group for quite some time. And, I'm not going to get too far into the story tonight. I kind of mentioned some things that I was dealing with, or that I've been dealing with one particular person throughout this whole group that's been trolling me, stalking me, and harassing me for the last 3.5 years. But at a general level, this group of people, I hate to say it, has been one of the most ridiculous group of people I've ever dealt with, to put it politely. I say ridiculous because I'm not here to criticize these people. I'm not here to kick them down. I never was here to kick anyone down. But I want to share what I feel is going on, because I've actually been somewhat paying attention to what's been happening lately with this group of people. Because I would say over the last 2 to 3 months that I've completely withdrawn and for the most part been ignoring things and been silent. It seems like all of these groups I used to be involved with are kind of beginning to fall apart. What happened was, a lot of these people, many of these creators from this Dramasphere group, there were like 3 or 4 actual creators that had, reasonable sized channels. And what they would do is they would always steal my content. They would, rebroadcast my live streams to their audience. They would make video cuts of my live stream replays and broadcast them to their audience, either through a live stream or a pre-recorded video. And they were doing that because initially all of these people were a part of my channel, but because they didn't follow the rules of my channel, because they would come into my channel and spew hate, and they weren't there to support my channel for the right reasons regarding the topic, and they just wanted to create drama, I ended up banning and removing these people. And because I banned and removed these people, they ended up, all congregating together, and 2 or 3 creators throughout this whole time have, brought this group of people that were once a part of my channel that I had to ban for reasons I just mentioned. And now these people have been following these creators, and these creators, at least until the last several months, were always, rebroadcasting my content to them because they're banned here. Now, it wasn't just me that they were doing this to. This entire group of Dramasphere people, I have to come out and say, honestly, I don't think every single person in this Dramasphere is a bad person. I want to make it very clear tonight. I think the majority of the people are good people. I think what's been happening is that there were like 2 or 3 creators that found a way to steal my content and market my content to an audience that was once a part of my audience, but I had to remove because they were violating my rules here. And they found a way to make money by turning these people further against me for removing them from my channel. So, these creators said, hey, you know what? Eli got rid of you. Come over here. We welcome you with open arms. And then those people went over there, right? Now, those people were not over on these people's channels to follow their original content. So what did these creators do or have to do to keep these people around that were once a part of my channel? They had to feed them content about me. They had to feed them smack talk about me. They had to rebroadcast my live streams and other pre-recorded videos. So that way they kept the audience around. And it was one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen. Now, for the last several months, finally, most of the people that were doing this ended up moving past it, and so did I. And I've kept my mouth shut, and I haven't fed into anything, and I'm not here to feed into anything tonight. What I'm here to say tonight is that beyond this group of people, beyond the situation with me, I met many people throughout this Dramasphere group, men and women. And, there are many different people in this group that, are either actual YouTubers or they have their own channel and they run live streams, but they're not really YouTubers. They're basically just people that use YouTube as a way to vent their frustrations and to validate themselves. They use YouTube as a self-validation, platform, or they use it to seek validation from other people that may be in a similar situation than these people. So in essence, all these people from this group primarily are out here on YouTube to use YouTube as their outlet because and this is just my opinion, I'm not trying to disrespect anyone, a lot of these people are not happy within their personal lives for one reason or another. Either they're a single person living alone, maybe they're on SSI disability and this is all they can do. Whatever the reason is, that's no problem. Okay, no problem. I'm not here to criticize disabled people on SSI. I'm not here to criticize anybody. I'm just here to state the behaviors a lot of these people have been displaying out here and why they're displaying that behavior and what can we do about it to make it better for everyone? Because quite frankly, to be honest with you, I mean, I can ignore this stuff. I'm ignoring it and I've moved on. But I know there are people that are still involved with this community and they have friends within this community, many people, and they're just tired of all the drama and they're tired. Here's the biggest thing. Here's the biggest issue. The biggest issue within this community is that, let's say, for example, I'm friends with somebody named Bob, right? For example, right? And let's say Bob is friends with somebody named Jack, but Jack doesn't like me. I don't like Jack, but we both like Bob, right? You see, Jack, for example, what he would do is he would go to Bob and say, "Look, Bob, look what Eli's done. Look at how bad of a person Eli is, even though I'm not. If you hang out with Eli, not only am I not going to be your friend, but I'm going to tell everyone else that's your friend through my network to no longer be your friend anymore," right? So what a lot of these people would do is they would pin and pit people against each other. And these are people like in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond, grown-ass adults that should be behaving maturely, right? But they're not behaving maturely. They're not. It's almost kind of like YouTube's become a popularity contest. It's almost like YouTube has also become a playground for the adult version of high school. It's kind of like all of us, adults, they're in our 30s, 40s, and 50s, right? Are back in high school, and this is our new playground to seek popularity. It becomes a popularity contest. I kind of feel like we've been in high school again. And Jesus Christ, I haven't been in high school for almost 30 years. 1992, 02, 12, 22. Then 28 years since I graduated high school. I'm a grown-ass mature man. And we're all grown, mature people, right? But why are some of these people or many of these people behaving this way? Again, number one, they're unhappy. They lack something in their personal life, so they come out here on YouTube to fill that void. I'm not trying to criticize, that's just a fact. And when they don't get what they want out here, let's say someone else that, is a part of the group is getting more traction on their channel, what they'll do is they'll try to attack that creator, to try to steal their audience or try to find something out about that creator that hasn't happened or spin some narrative that's not true or take something way out of context to try to attack that creator to show that creator's audience that that person's not a good person to follow. And they'll do it in the way where the audience will believe it. And guess what happens? The audience will leave that creator and then go to the other creator that falsely attacked or falsely accused or spun some false narrative on that innocent creator. That's happened to me many times. It's happened to me many times. It's ridiculous. And it just seems like, you know, there's like a male dramasphere side and a female dramasphere side in this group that I've been a part of for the last 3+ years, whatever, right? And I'm not trying to criticize the women. I think the women's side's a little bit worse. Obviously, women are more emotional beings and they're going to overreact more than men. And it's a little bit normal, in my opinion, a little bit more normal, in my opinion, for women to overreact than men. But then, don't get me wrong, we have some men in this group that behave more feminine than many of these women, that overreact more than many of these women. So, you know, the men in this group are not that much better, to be honest with you. But I've seen, you know, in this, through this women's dramasphere side, like all these women are attacking each other. They're projecting their insecurities amongst each other. And they're trying to one-up each other rather than say, hey, look, let's just get along. Hey, you're better than me at this. I'm better than you at this. Why don't we work together and create greatness together? Ladies, have you ever thought of working together with people is going to help you get further ahead? See, that's not what's happening. What's happening in this women's dramasphere group, and it's the same thing for men, but I guess I'm just using the women as an example because it's been more apparent within the women's dramasphere. Ladies, do you always have to try to one-up each other? Why can't you just get along? Why can't you just let bygones be bygones? Why can't you just say, hey, we're grown-ass mature adults, okay? We had a little fun the past few years. Things got a little heated, a little hot and heavy, whatever, however you want to say it, right? Let's let bygones be bygones. Let's apologize to each other. I'm sorry, Jane. I'm sorry, Sally. Let's kiss and make up and move forward. And maybe more so start working together and collaborating together and see how much better it's going to be for everyone. This is the one thing I could never understand about this dramasphere group. I guess because of the fact that this is what I feel. A lot of these creators, and I'm not trying to criticize them, a lot of these creators could create their own real content like I do, right? But instead of creating their own real content, which means they'd have to work harder to build a new audience and start over again, because they have this pre-established dramasphere, audience that loves cringy drama content, all they have to do to get traction and make a little bit of money here and there through donations is run drama content, right? But that's what I just don't get. That's what I can't stand. Like, we have some really talented people that are a part of this dramasphere community. We have a bunch of really talented people. It blows me away. Like, seriously. And all of our talents have been put to waste trying to attack each other, right? Trying to one-up each other. Trying to, prove that someone is breaking the law when they're really not, because we're just trying to one-up them so we look better in front of our peers, and we feel better about ourselves, and we steal that person's audience, and that's that. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It really is. Let me check out the chat real quick here and see if there's anything going on. I know a few firefighters that lost their lives that day, and yes, it was 19 years ago, says Mutt. Absolutely. Muttnuts World says, I've been out of school since May 31st, 1996. It's been 24 years. Awesome. It's been 28 for me, Mutt. I was 92. You were 96. Class of 96. Awesome, Mutt. That's wonderful. Got 19 people in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Folks, what I am going to do is, in about 6 minutes, I'm going to take a brief break. And then I'm going to come back, because when I talk about this, topic or this group of people, it really takes a lot out of me. It really drains me because I really wish things could be different. This is the thing that I've been trying to figure out here on YouTube, because in real life, it's a lot easier to figure out because you're dealing with people you can actually see. Here on YouTube, you're dealing with people that are on their smartphone, a computer. Some people show their face, some people don't, right? They can come and go as they wish, right? It's really difficult to deal with because even if you know in your head and your heart that you've never harmed anyone or never had any you've never had any intentions to harm anyone, and you have a large group of people that have conglomerated to try to paint you as someone that is the opposite of that, it's really not the easiest thing to hear and to deal with. Now, I'm a strong person and I can handle it, but what happens, when people try to paint me as this person I'm not, it affects my credibility, it defames my character, and other people that want to that seek out and find my channel, are going to be scared away by something like that, even though it's something not true about me. I have to ask you folks out there before I even get to that, here's the thing. Many of you out there, before you even knew who I was, okay, and before you even gave me a chance to get to know me, you guys just became followers and sheep of these 3 or 4 creators that were attacking me and stealing my videos and presenting my content to a former audience of mine. So as more and more people, came across these other creators that were doing this to me, they kind of were just looking for a place to, settle, right? They were looking for a home per se, right? They were looking for a YouTube home so they can, feel like they're a part of something. A lot of you out there don't even know who I am, yet you're coming out here making public comments about me, and you're talking about me on live streams. You're saying things about me just because that's what everyone else is saying or that creator is saying. But did you ever take it upon yourself to get to know me? And what have I done to you or anyone else? Right? That's what I'm trying to say. This is what I don't understand. There are a bunch of people out here. I could see if I was a big jerk, breaking laws and harming people and attacking people. That's one thing. But when have I done that? I've never done that. The only thing I've ever done in the past is get on some live streams where people were attacking me and I was defending myself. And while I was defending myself because I was new on YouTube at that time, I lost my shit a few times and I said some things I really shouldn't have said. But I only said those things because I was antagonized and incited to say those things by the other people that were attacking me. And then what happened, all these creators that you folks started following created these videos out of context, focusing on the parts where I overreacted, and they didn't put the parts that were leading up to what made me overreact. So it made me look worse than it already was. So before you folks gave me a chance to get to know me, you wanted to fit in and be a part of something entertaining or something, right? Or however you saw it. And you just went along with what everyone else was saying. So in essence, you don't even know who I am, that you're attacking me, right? Because that's just what everyone else is doing. This is the saddest and most pathetic thing, which is what I'm trying to say. This is where I feel most of you in this drama sphere are at. You don't even really know who I am. You haven't taken the time to get to know me. You've just gone along with what everyone else, has gone along with. And you got to understand, this whole smear campaign that was started on me years ago stemmed from like 2 or 3 creators. And then it branched off to maybe, 5 or 6 or 7 other creators that were running actual channels. And then you all of you folks, would come to my channel and basically look who's in my channel. And then you would, poach the people that were coming here, or sometimes I had to ban certain people because they were being rude in my chat and disrespectful. So myself and my mods had to ban them. And anyone that I banned, you folks would just snatch up, bring them to your channel, and create an even bigger smear and hate campaign on me. But again, to those of you that just kind of to those of you that just kind of fell onto the laps of these other creators that were already doing this to me, you didn't even know who I was. You probably still don't even know who I am. And you just went along with what everyone else was going along with. You ever thought of that? Have you ever thought of that? And can you flip it around and put yourself in my shoes? Would you want that done to you? If you folks are claiming that I'm a bad person when you don't know me, okay, how would you feel if the roles were reversed? How would you feel if someone did that to you? Do you even realize that while you're, doing the things you're doing to me or other people, right? That you don't even know, just because you want to fit into a group and you don't want to get removed for not abiding by their agenda, which in this case was to paint me as whatever they painted me as, right? Anyway, folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step away for a quick break. We are at 31 minutes, and I want to take a break at the 30-minute mark and then come back another 20 to 30 minutes because I just want to take a moment to breathe, go use the restroom, and just clear my head so I can come back and close up this show with some thoughts, ideas, and some propositions for the people out here in this Dramasphere group. Now, if you're new here for the very first time, like I said, I'm sure you've been a part of other groups that are filled with drama. Tonight I'm discussing, how to handle this situation, learn how to get along with people on YouTube and in real life, online versus offline behavior. Because a lot of these people that are doing what they do out here on YouTube don't do this in real life outside of YouTube. And tonight, I want to put out a strong message saying, is there a possibility where the majority of people that are a part of this Dramasphere group have been attacking people or picking one side over another side? Is there a possibility that we can come to resolution and just be at peace with each other? Just be civil. Just be good to each other. I know that I don't have a whole lot of friends in this Dramasphere group, but I do have about 2 handfuls of friends. Okay, I'm not going to mention any other names because I don't want them getting attacked by other people that I guess continue to attack me. But even these people are beginning to tell me, Eli, more and more people are beginning to see what you've been through and beginning to realize why you had to do what you had to do. I had a few people reach out to me today and tell me that, and that's what, prompted me to want to do this show. That's what inspired me to do this show, and I want to thank those people that reached out to me. I want to thank those people that are beginning to really see, hey, I'm not really a bad person. I'm here to help people. I love people. I want to help everyone possible. My intentions have been to never hurt a fly, ever. Ever. That's not who I am. So when I come back from the break, I'm going to put out my plea to you folks. Yes, I'm going to call it a plea. I'm going to throw it out there and see what happens. See if we can create some peace and resolution and create some unity and end this crazy Dramasphere that's been around for a while. As far as I'm concerned, you know what? I don't deal with the crazy people that are never going to change, but I know there are some good people. There are many good people that are associated with some of the bad people in this group. And I'm just throwing it out there saying, hey, you don't have to, behave a different way than you want to actually behave just to fit in somewhere. There are other places you can fit in that will accept you for who you are. All right. So, anyway, give me a second here. Yeah, I just got a message behind the scenes. Yeah, it's all good. I'll talk to you later. I'm sorry, folks. Give me a second. I just want to set things up here because, I'll be honest with you, folks. This whole situation, the last 3.5, almost 4 years of my life, this has consumed my life. I love being out here on YouTube. I love helping people. I love coaching. I love doing this. And let me tell you, folks, to get to where I'm at today, I mean, I'm not, anywhere near where I want to be, but I'm still here and I'm still going. I'm pretty proud that I'm still here. That's the most important thing I haven't left. But let me tell you, folks, it has not been easy. And if you missed my last stream before this one I did 2 days ago regarding somebody that's been stalking me, harassing me, and defaming my character for the last 3.5+ years, if you want to watch some more content after the stream ends, then go back to my previous live stream replay, which is the video before this one on my channel, and you'll have enough content. You can watch. I've got so much content on here, folks, that you want to learn what's been going on, and you want to learn some good principles, morals, values, and ethics. That's what I'm here to do. So let me just cue up some music here. What do I want to play? What do I want to play today? Give me a second. All right. Just need one more. All right, folks. I'm going to take a 5 to 7 or 8 minute break. When I get back, we're going to go another maybe 20, 30 minutes max. And I'm going to throw out some suggestions and a plea regarding how we can make this better out here on YouTube, especially throughout this drama sphere. Can we end the fighting amongst everyone? Can we all just move forward and either agree to disagree or just forgive each other, and let's see if we can be friends and work together? I'm not going to beg anyone, but I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to see, who really is a good person and who isn't, because I'm coming out here and I'm trying to be a good person to all of you. And when I get back, I will take ownership of my things, and I'll share with you folks. I haven't been perfect myself. I've made mistakes, but at least I'm going to own it. So stick around for that. We'll be right back. Oh yeah, I screwed up my microphone. Oh my God, I gotta reset it up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, come on. Get in the right position. All right, there we go. That's good enough. All right. Yeah, feel it. Pump it up, and feel real good. Yeah, pump it up, and feel real good. Oh yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli live here on YouTube. It is 11:41 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 8:41 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time in my neck of the woods here in the beautiful, glorious, and still very smoky San Francisco Bay Area. The air quality's been horrible here lately, folks, so I haven't been going out that much. I want to get back out there and do my walks, but I'm waiting for the smoke to clear up. We have a lot of fires that are still being contained out here, and the wind is pushing the smoke down south. So anyway, tonight we are discussing learn how to get along with people on YouTube and in real life. Online versus offline behavior. One more time, learn how to get along with people on YouTube and in real life. Online versus offline behaviors. I honestly think it's much easier to get along with people in real life because there's just a lot of competition out here on YouTube. Let's face it. Anyone and everyone that runs a YouTube channel wants their YouTube channel to be successful. You want to get the most amount of views. You want to get the most amount of subscribers. You want to have the most people turn out on your live streams. If you're like me, a monetized channel, you want to make the most, money in super chats and ad revenue and all of that. Or if you're not monetized, you want to reach there. I understand that. Folks, I understand everybody wants some popularity. Everyone wants to be noticed. Everyone wants to be discovered. But there is a right and a wrong way to do it. And tonight, I'm really coming out here saying to those of you out here in this drama sphere group especially, I know there are some of you that really want to run a successful YouTube channel. In all honesty, the way that you're doing it is not going to be sustainable long term. And it's not that I'm trying to tell you what to do or say what you're doing isn't right. Well, I know it isn't right, but it's whether you feel it's right or wrong. Drama content and having a channel filled with negativity is not going to get you far. Do you want to be remembered as somebody that runs a hate channel and is known for kicking other people down, or do you want to be known as the channel that uplifts people and helps other channels grow and helps make a difference to make this world a better place? I mean, think about it. What would you prefer? What would you prefer? Now, it's driving me crazy. I banged my pop filter while I was on the break, and I got to readjust this thing for it to sound the best. And I'm also very big on everything looking aesthetically pleasing. So forgive me here for a second while I fix this. It's just not easy once you screw it up. It's not easy to fix. Okay, I think we're almost set. Mutt, can you give me a sound check, please? How's the sound coming in? Are we doing all right? Yeah, I'll have it fixed by next time. But I think we're good enough. I got a little excited coming back from the break, and my elbow, hit my pop filter and knocked it out of alignment. You see, like right over here. No, actually, sorry. Where is it? It's right over here. You see this this metal rod? It's connected to the metal frame of my Blue Yeti microphone. And so when you pop that thing, you have to kind of bend the metal to get it in the right spot. So my apologies for that, folks, but it looks like we are back and we're doing good. So, yeah, I'm getting some messages behind the scenes, and I've gotten messages from several people asking me to ask this doctor guy that's been trolling me and harassing me and stalking me for the last 3+ years, but especially lately here on this channel, to stop making sock accounts. Listen, to everyone that's been disturbed or fooled by this person, he's not going to stop until the law stops him. So, there really is nothing I can do more than I'm already doing to try to stop this guy legally. Like I've mentioned to many of you, I've been, in touch with, people at a federal level that are in charge of his case, his federal case regarding a federal crime he committed as a doctor, where he stole another doctor's prescription pad and wrote, fake prescriptions, and then, used someone else's insurance information to pay for those prescriptions. So I'm doing the best I can with, what I've got and the information I have. And I promise you folks, those of you that have been harassed, stalked, attacked, and defamed by this guy, it's all going to come to an end very soon. The problem is the system takes a long time to, process things and to review things, research things, right? And so that's the best I can do. But I can ask you folks to do something, not just for me, but for yourselves regarding this person or anyone else that may be attacking you, stalking you, and harassing you. You just have to ignore them. Block those accounts, move on, and don't let this person or anyone else like this person get to you. It's a pretty simple thing to do, because people like this feed off of your reaction and they feed off of your negative emotion. And in essence, everybody wants to speak out and get triggered when someone like this bothers you, right? But that's the worst thing you can do, because that's what they want. So to not give this person, this doctor, what he wants, let's just ignore him and let's handle him behind the scenes. Let's handle him legally through the system. And at some point, I promise you, karma will take care of him or anyone else that's mistreating people or hurting people in any way, shape, or form. So I hope that answers your question. To the few people that contacted me behind the scenes saying that I guess the doctor is still, harassing them. It's okay. It's not a big deal. He's in here trolling the chat, but I'm not even looking at his messages because we got some moderators here that are just banning him right away. And I mean, it's really sad. It's really sad what this guy has done. And to be honest with you, I'll be real honest with you. I shouldn't even say this, but I kind of feel sorry for this guy. I feel sorry for this guy because, he ruined his life. He had a great life as a doctor. He had a beautiful wife and 2 kids, all the money in the world. He has an inheritance, a family trust, plus he made good money as a doctor. And, he made a mistake. He got addicted to drugs. And because of that, he wrote illegal prescriptions and used someone else's insurance information to pay for those illegal prescriptions, which is what I'm trying to say. And he got popped. His wife divorced him. He lost his kids. He lost it all. But whose fault is that? It's his fault. So I don't feel sorry for him regarding what he did there, but I feel sorry for the way he's behaving right now. Instead of owning up to the mistakes he made and taking ownership and saying, hey, I screwed up. I messed up. He's not owning up to it. The funny thing is this guy accuses me of things, saying for me to owe up, the things that I've done. And I've owed up to the things I've done. And I'll share more about that here in a second. But Doc, let me ask you this, man. Why won't you take ownership of what you did? Why don't you just say, hey, look, I screwed up. I made a mistake. Shouldn't have done this. Instead of him doing that, he's got a group of lawyers that are trying to get him off from the charges on a technicality. And if those lawyers are able to get him off, which I don't think they're going to be able to get him off, there's too much on him, right? Especially with, what I'm presenting to them regarding internet terrorism. They're going to try to paint this guy. What the attorneys are going to try to do is they're going to try to go to the courts and the judge and say, Your Honor, ever since my client has been released on his own recognizance, he's been a good law-abiding citizen and has had, nothing. There's nothing negative about him. He's done nothing wrong. He's had a stellar record since, this happened. Could we consider giving him a lighter sentence or maybe probation or something? Well, the truth of the matter is that's not what this guy is doing. Instead of this guy taking ownership for what he did, he's coming out here on YouTube and trolling, stalking, and harassing other people. Initially, he was doing it anonymously until we found out who he was. And now when we found out who he was, now he's coming out here and continuing to attack and harass the people that know who he is. It's pretty sad, dude. And you know what? For that aspect, I do feel sorry for you, dude, because, again, you come at me saying, I don't take ownership of my mistakes. When are you going to take ownership of yours, man? And that's what many people within this drama sphere group that know this person or think he's somebody else, they don't understand that. A lot of these people think that this, Ronaldo character that's been trolling me and you, person behind the scenes that left me a message, one of the people, they think he's a different person than this other Trim Hits character that these people think is the doctor. So the people out here, most of the people in this drama sphere think that Trim Hits is the doctor, but Ronaldo's a different person. No, they're all the same. They're all exactly the same, and I'm going to prove it. I have proven it already, but wait till you see when my involvement with the feds that are overseeing his case, when I get involved more with them, okay, you folks are going to see more of the truth at that point. So anyway. Yeah, it's okay. He's in here running his mouth. I'm not even going to read his messages. He's so down. You see, Doc, you lost all your traction. Your videos of me get like less than 100 views. Your streams have 10 people or less, right? You don't have the same traction you used to have. And by the way, Doc, all your videos, every time you post videos, they go down because my copyright match tool, catches everything you do immediately and boom, you're down. So you can't even keep videos of me up long enough, right? There's still some out there, right? There's still some out there and I'm going to get to them eventually. Okay. But it's just ridiculous, dude. It's just, It's just ridiculous. Now, folks, I'm sorry. I'm reading something from behind the scenes. A lot of people are messaging me behind the scenes, and I'm reading some messages here, and it touches my heart. There are some great people that do really care about what's happened to me, and I care about what's happened to them. So, where do I want to go from here? Well, before I put it out there and make my plea to some of you, out there, to the good folks out there that have been a part of this drama sphere and have been pinned and pitted against me or other people, right? I will once again take ownership of my part in all of this because I've made mistakes. People say that I can't own up to my mistakes. I can. The mistakes that I made, though, were honest mistakes, but they were still mistakes. So I'm not trying to make my mistakes seem less of a mistake by saying they were honest mistakes. My intentions have never been to harm anyone. The mistakes I made was to keep feeding into these people that were triggering me on purpose to get my reaction and then create content off of it and then take that content and blast it all over YouTube through their channels or other people's channels that they would want, my content mirrored to try to paint me as this horrible person. The truth of the matter is all I was doing was going on these live streams to get to know people and have some fun and to bring some value and to also learn as well, right? But when these people didn't take me seriously and they would say things to trigger me, I overreacted. And I didn't realize back then that when you overreact on YouTube, these people are going to take that content and then create, they're going to do cutouts of videos and carefully craft that content to paint you as a crazy person, even though you're not. The mistakes that I made was to feed in to people. I got so triggered at times, I'll be honest, that I said some things about certain people that I didn't mean. Now, here's the funny thing. Every single person in this drama sphere that I've been talking about has at one point or another said something that they didn't mean to say. They've used some very hateful and colorful words, right? And most of them have apologized and they were forgiven. But for me, many people within this drama sphere weren't able to forgive me solely because of the fact that I'm a life coach. And just because I'm a life coach, I'm held to that much higher of a standard. I mean, I can understand that. Yes, I should be held to a higher standard. But does that mean I'm not capable of ever making any mistakes? Does that not mean that, I'm not allowed to slip up every now and then? And does that mean that my apology is not worthy, but yours is? How fair is that? Right? So I've made mistakes. I'm not sitting here saying that I am a squeaky clean person. I'm not saying that I went out there to intentionally harm anyone, but everything that I've done has been to try to protect myself, my brand, and my name, because my reputation means everything to me. Just as your reputation should mean everything to you, right? So if you can't sit there and accept the fact that I am a human being, and just because I'm a life coach, you say I can't make mistakes and I don't know what to tell you. All I can do is come out and state what's happened, right? And ask you for your forgiveness, which I have before. Now, how does this pertain to the topic? Learn how to get along with people on YouTube and in real life. Online versus offline behaviors. See, most life coaches wouldn't come out here and talk about this because it would make them look bad, or, it would make them appear like, they're in the wrong. For me, I don't care. I'm just me. Just because I'm a life coach doesn't mean I'm not a real, normal, regular, down-to-earth human being that doesn't make mistakes. I make plenty of mistakes. And I think it should be more respectful when a life coach, someone of my stature, comes out here and owns up to things. I think that should be more respected, because most of these, now I'm not trying to kick down the other life coach, but most other life coaches, if they make a mistake, they'll just kind of table it and try to silence it, right? For me, I'll come out and talk about it because you know why? Because it's a lesson learned. It's not only a lesson learned for me, it's a lesson learned for all of you. People can learn even from my mistakes. That's the whole purpose of why I do what I do. I've made many mistakes in my life. I've learned from those mistakes. I've corrected those mistakes. And now I'm here to help folks learn from my mistakes. So maybe if you're trying to accomplish the same things I've tried to accomplish, especially being a YouTuber, right? I can help you bypass all the mistakes I made and get right to where you need to get to. That's what I do. Now, I'm going to mention one more thing here, and then I'm going to wrap this up because we are at an hour and 9 minutes. Wow, the time flew. When I'm talking from the heart, I mean, things really just fly. I know there are many people out there in the past that were my friends from this group, and then you went the other way because of what I mentioned earlier. You were pinned and pitted against me. Certain things happened. Myself or one of my moderators banned you from my channel. You then went to one of these other channels where everyone else would go to after they would get banned, and you joined the Coach Eli hate train. But if now you see it differently, you've seen what's going on, and maybe you're beginning to realize that Eli is not really such a bad guy after all, I want to extend the olive branch to you. I'm not expecting a large group of people to come back and start chatting in my chats and being my friend again, but I just want to extend the olive branch because I want to do my part to try to create some peace and unity. And I think this is the right time to do it. I feel this is the right time to do it. Folks, all the fun and games that happened over the last 2 to 3 years that involved myself and a few other creators that were attacking me and stealing my content and doing all that, all that is done. As you can tell, most of these creators hardly even talk about me anymore or don't talk about me at all. And it's been real interesting to see what's happened to their channels since they've stopped talking about me. They've lost about half or more than half of their audience, if not 3/4 of their audience, right? So that's why they held on to, what they were doing to me for so long, because that's what their audience was there for. Sorry, I had to check a text message there. So if you're on the fence, or you are beginning to realize and have realized that I'm not really a bad guy after all, I want to extend the olive branch to you. I do want to welcome you back to my channel. And I would love for you to feel free to come and chat in my chats whenever I go live. Now, if you're banned on my channel, you're going to have to email me at coacheli@coach.eliasmelas.com. That email is below in the description, coacheli@coach.eliasmelas.com. Now, I will say there are about 25 or 30 people that are blocked on that email. If you're blocked on that email, I don't want to hear from you anyway. So if you're someone that has rudely attacked me in the past to the point of no return, don't even bother emailing me because your email won't go through. But to the other people, most of the other semi-decent people or decent people that, we had a falling out because we were pinned and pitted against each other by some of these other people that are more than likely blocked on my email, please feel free to email me at coacheli@coacheli.com. Let me know if you want to work something out. Let me know if you want me to come and do a live stream with you and talk about things, or if you want to come on my channel and talk about things. Now, if we're going to talk about these things on my channel, to clear things up within this drama sphere, I'm gonna run those streams from a grip on life too, because sometimes they get a little crazy, and I do not want to put that content on my monetized channel. Now, if you want to do a real interview with me, non-drama sphere related, then we could put it here on this channel, no problem. I'm looking to see how many of you out there that actually have a real YouTube channel or want to take your channel to the next level and get it monetized. I'm looking to see how many of you want to create some real content and truly work together. I know there are some good people out there that have wanted to work with me in the past. I'm not going to mention names. I'm going to leave that up to you to figure that out on your own. Just reach out to me if you care and you're beginning to realize that what I've been through and what I've been accused of is a bunch of hooey for the most part. Yes, some things I did do, I mentioned those things. I mentioned exactly what I did. I stood up for myself on these live streams and I was being attacked. And I took it a bit too far because I got triggered and I started calling, some people some very derogatory and hateful things, but they were doing the same thing to me. And because I was new to YouTube, and I'll be honest, during that time, I had gone, it wasn't my last girlfriend, it was my previous one before that had cheated on me. I wasn't in the happiest state. So I made some mistakes. If you can see beyond that and you understand that I'm a human being and I make mistakes, and you want to give another shot, you know how to reach me. I'm going to wrap up with this here tonight. I'm going to wrap up. See, this show is an hour and 14 minutes now. It's going to be like an hour 20. See, I said it'd be 45 minutes to an hour, and it's going to end up being almost as long as the last show when I said the same thing. I guess I don't know when to shut my mouth, right? Last thing I'm going to say is this. There are a lot of people in this community that are a lot smarter than they're acting or behaving. I'm going to be semi-specific, but not totally specific. To the YouTuber in Canada and to the YouTuber in Canada's girlfriend. I will let you know, I did hear the stream. I skimmed through the parts that were relevant to me. That was regarding your friend's birthday. I'm not going to mention her name. I'm not going to say anything bad about the birthday girl's name because I will say something. I do appreciate some of the things she's done for me in the past. Now, I don't appreciate other things that she does or when she attacks people, but for the most part, I really haven't had a problem with her. I know other people have, and I know she's created havoc with other people, which I hope that can change. But to the Canadian YouTuber and the Canadian YouTuber's girlfriend, I'm not looking to cause any issues for you, Canadian YouTuber, or your girlfriend. I'm not. I'm doing what I feel is right to protect my name, my channel, and my brand. If you folks have been convinced otherwise that the doctor is someone other than Ronaldo and Trim, then you know what? I humbly respect your opinion. I disagree with it, but I'm not going to attack you over it. But just like you folks are doing what you have to do, I have to do what I have to do. I have a guy coming at me that claims to be the name of Ronaldo, a guy that lives in Michigan, right? That's been defaming my character, stalking me, harassing me, my friends. This guy emailed my church, my ex-girlfriend, my professional business friends, This guy is stalking and harassing me in defamatory ways, and he's going to pay for it. And I'll tell you what, I was sent a copy of that email. I was sent a copy of that email from one of my friends that got it. And I sent an email back to all those people letting them know that, hey, this is some crazy guy on YouTube that's been harassing and stalking me. I'm in progress of taking care of him legally. Please ignore all future contact from him. You see, Doc, you can continue to come at me in that way. And I'm only using this for example purposes. You know what? You didn't trigger me. And you know what? I'm not upset over it. Does it affect me? Yes. But I know I've done nothing wrong, and these people know who I am. And you're not triggering me. You're not scaring me away. All I have to do is email them back and let them know that this is some internet terrorist stalking me, and I'm handling it legally. Please ignore him in the future. But see, I'm strong enough emotionally, Doc, to handle that. And I'm mature enough to make my own decision. So going back to you, Canadian YouTuber and Canadian YouTuber's girlfriend from Arizona, okay, you're both entitled to your opinion or what you feel are the facts. My opinion is I think you guys are playing a game. But I'm not here to criticize you or attack you. I'm speaking professionally and properly. I'm not getting triggered or anything. I'm just saying, hey, I respect your opinion or what you feel are the facts, but I disagree with it. And I have to do what I have to do for myself, which has nothing to do with what you folks are doing. Now, if this guy, Ronaldo or Trim, whoever you folks made this deal with, right, to nuts to say he's no longer the doctor, right? If he's telling you folks to amp it up on me or something, maybe he's telling you to do certain things. Maybe he's telling you folks to play the facade like, I'm wrong about this, right? I don't know what's really going on, and I don't really care. The truth of the matter is, I only care about one thing. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and as long as you present it respectfully and you don't attack people, no big deal. Like I said, you have your opinion of this situation, or however you feel you want to interpret the facts or state the facts publicly, that's on you. You don't see me coming at you and attacking you, okay? I've said I disagree with you. I think you're full of it. I do. I still feel you're both full of it. But you're entitled to your opinion. I respect your opinion even though I disagree with it. So why can't we respectfully disagree and move forward, right? So, and Canadian YouTuber, dude, listen, man, you want to make streams about me all day long, every day, do what you got to do. I really don't care. Okay? It doesn't matter to me. You, sir, are much better than all of this. You are more than capable of creating better content and withdrawing yourself from all this crazy drama. But no, you see, instead of you, sir, going away from the drama. And remember, sir, you told me years ago to stay away from a group of women that you now are back in bed with, which is funny to me. You're back in bed with this group of women that I've noticed lately because I've been kind of paying attention a little bit. You're back in bed with this lady. You know why? You know why I feel you're back in bed with her? Because this doctor guy is in bed with her, and you're in bed with the doctor guy now. So now all of a sudden, all the people that, it's funny to me, Canadian YouTuber, that all the people that were your worst enemies and you were going after them because they violated the law and done wrong things are now your best friends all of a sudden? I'm just saying, dude, it just seems a little weird to me, right? Seems a little weird to me. Again, you do what you want to do. You're entitled to be friends with whoever you want to be with. It's just that, what you've done lately, dude, does not make a whole lot of sense. And I know you're better than that. You can rise above that and create real great content and interview real people like you used to interview, man. Now, let me mention one more thing here. trying to help these people and show examples of what you can do to try to get along with people. Learn how to get along with people. I'm trying to get along with you people. We don't have to be friends. Maybe we can if we can work something out. We got to let the past go and let bygones be bygones. I'm going to share my opinion about one more thing here. So, there was a stream done yesterday. Some lady had a birthday. Happy birthday to you, ma'am. I'll be polite and say happy birthday. Even though you've had some choice words about me, you really haven't come at me, and you really didn't say much about me on your stream. I appreciate that. But you had a few other people on your stream. You had the Canadian YouTuber. You had the Canadian YouTuber's girlfriend. And then you also had the leader of the women's drama sphere. I'm just going to say she's the woman that lives in Southern California. Okay? You all know who she is. To the woman in Southern California, you're either watching now. I see my numbers going up, so everyone's telling people to come by because Eli's talking, right? Interesting, huh? Ma'am, let me say one thing to you, to the woman in Southern California. I personally never wanted to have a problem with you, and personally, you really have done nothing to me at this point. The only things you've ever done to me is you've simulcasted me a few times in the past. You relayed my live streams while I was broadcasting them live, and I don't think you really wanted to do that. I think you did that because you wanted to fit in. You wanted to be a part of the in crowd with some other creators that used to do that to me, and they were telling you to do that. And if you didn't do that, you felt like they were going to eliminate you, right? So I don't think you really wanted to even simulcast me. Ma'am, I have to ask you something. What is your purpose? Because quite honestly, I think you have the capabilities of being a very smart woman. You've had a lot of experiences in life, like I mentioned before. You are a 3-time convicted felon. You've gone public on that. And you could create a great channel and share things with people, share your experiences with people of what you went through so they can learn. And that way they can prevent from going through the same things you went through and not get convicted of anything. There are so many things you could be doing, ma'am, besides the endless drama that you create. So many things you could be doing. I personally don't have a problem with you, but I'll be honest with you. I've got many people behind the scenes. I'm not going to mention names. And if you folks think certain people are involved with me, some people are, some people are not. I keep my mouth shut. You can figure things out on your own. But I've had many people email me, message me on Hangouts, etc., letting me know what the heck is going on with you. Many people wishing that you would just stop. Stop with your endless drama. Stop running your mouth. You just can't stop talking, ma'am, because you feel the need to always one-up people. That's the thing. You feel like you can never, ever be beneath someone or equal to someone. You always have to be the one that's the queen. And whether you say you feel that way or not, your behavior and your actions show otherwise. I'm not trying to criticize you, ma'am. I think you have the potential of creating a great channel and help a lot of people by helping them, learn to not go through what you went through. But instead of doing that, instead of making that your purpose, you make your purpose drama. Your life is infested with drama. It's just really sad. Why can't you just let it all go? Why can't you talk about other things besides drama and attacking other people? And why, if you've got things to handle legally, ma'am, because I've heard through the grapevine that you've had a lot of legal issues to deal with over the last year or two with many people. Like I've been hearing like I heard you say like you're 5-0, when people come at you with restraining orders. Ma'am, let me ask you this. Even if you're 5-0 and you don't have any restraining orders on you, the fact that 5 people filed an RO on you should say that you're probably doing some things that these people really don't like. Just because, the ROs were never granted in any of the 5 cases that came at you, the fact that 5 people came at you says something about your behavior, ma'am. You're an instigator, and you can't keep your mouth shut. Your problem, ma'am, is you can't keep your mouth shut. We need to staple it shut. I'm not trying to be rude by saying that, but your mouth is what gets you in trouble. You know how I know that? My mouth got me in trouble all these years. Just for standing up for myself and trying to defend myself with all these people that were attacking me on these live streams from years ago that people still show clips of to this day. I learned to keep my mouth shut. Now, when I want to talk, I'm talking now, I'm opening my mouth, but I'm clear and concise with what I want to say. But ma'am, you cannot keep your mouth shut on anyone. On anyone. Because I'm led to believe that that is your purpose, that you feel that's your purpose. Your purpose is drama. And I'm not coming at you. I'm asking you, hey, can we let bygones be bygones? Can you just stop attacking people, harassing people? Can you just stop with the drama BS and create a real channel and put out some real content? I'm going to see if you're a strong enough person to do that. Or are you going to start coming at me now because I mentioned you trying to make peace for everyone here? All I can do is put it out there, folks, and try. I'm sick of all this. I'm sick of this. This whole entire, group of YouTubers, that stemmed from a few former communities. One was the MGTOW, Men Going Their Own Way community. The other one was the Corey Feldman, Drama Sphere community. All these communities kind of merged all in one. The story's too much to get into. I can say we've all had our fun, right? It wasn't fun for me, but I understand it was fun for many of you. So you've all had your fun for years now. Now it's time to move on. Now it's time to grow up. Now it's time to start creating something real. I want to see how many of you out there can remove the drama from your channel and focus on creating something that you're passionate about to help people based on your life experiences. How many of you can do that? One more thing. I'm going to mention this person by name because I'm very proud of him. ODN, Old Dirty Ninja. I heard your stream today, and you even mentioned that, you mentioned the guy in Canada, he's sitting there screen recording. Well, when I heard what you said about me, I went back and I screen recorded that part along with another part where you mentioned something about this woman from Southern California, where I guess you referred to her as Beavis. That was pretty funny, sir. Ma'am, if you can't take a joke, then if you can't dish it, ma'am, then, so if you can't take it, don't dish it, which is what I'm trying to say. But ODN, besides the fact of what you said about the lady from Southern California, which it's all right, it was a funny joke, no big deal, right? You said some things about me which were very kind, and you were basically saying that, like you have a little more respect. You're not saying you really like me or anything, but you have a little more respect for me than you do for the Canadian YouTuber. I'm not a bad person, dude, and I don't think you are either. And you've always been on the right side of things, right? And despite what you did to me, recording me on all those calls, the private calls, we had to put them out, I've forgiven you for that, dude. I can forgive you. It's not a big deal. It's all right. It's all good. You know? You were pinned and pitted against me as well, too. But in all honesty, I have to say, ODN, I'm very proud of what you've done to remove yourself from this drama sphere and say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be doing this anymore. I'm tired of this crap. I want to extend the olive branch to you, sir. If you want to email me at coacheli@coacheli.com, please do so. I think you're blocked on Hangouts chat. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but you can email me. If you want to talk, man, I'm willing to talk. But I am letting you know, ODN, that I do believe that Ronaldo and Trim are the doctor, and I have my own proof. And if you're able to separate that and you want to talk, you let me know, man. So, folks, yeah, a lot of these topics I've discussed, the best examples that I can give are my dealings with this drama sphere group of people, because these are the people that are going to cause you the most problems in your life. When things are good, there's not much to talk about, right? When things are good, there's not much to talk about, right? Well, there are some things to talk about, right? But part of what I do as a coach is I talk about the things that aren't good to help you identify those things so you don't do those things, right? So that's why I use this drama sphere as many examples, because they are the perfect examples. Again, we've been talking about learn how to get along with people on YouTube and in real life, online versus offline behavior. This is a series, folks, I'm going to continue here on my channel. I wanted to do this series last year. I mentioned last year at some point on the stream, and I remember it, because I remember everything I say, that I want to start a series, on and off of YouTube. And this is one of those episodes, folks. The reason why I want to do this series is because I honestly feel that people on YouTube are completely different than they are off of YouTube. I can tell you that about 75 or 80% of the things that I see people doing on this platform, they would never even think about doing them in person. And here's the thing. If you're going to do things on this platform that you wouldn't do in real life, how authentic is that and how respectful is that? Just think about that. All right, we're at an hour and 35 minutes. I went longer than the other day, so I'm going to start wrapping this up, folks. And I will more than likely be back for a stream at some point tomorrow. I may be going out for a little bit tomorrow night with my activity partner. I have not seen her in a while. Maybe doing a walk or something. I think in her area it's less smoky. So it's just really smoky in my area, and I just kind of want to get away to a less smoky area. Just the air really sucks out here right now. So anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you to Mutt Nuts World. Thank you to everyone else watching behind the scenes. I know I sounded a little bit down during this stream. It's not that I'm down, folks. I'm just tired of this stuff. It's very draining. It's just stupid. Let's just be good people. We're grown adults. Let's act like grown adults. We can have some fun every now and then. But let's do it maturely, professionally, and let's just be good to each other, all right? Have yourselves a great night, folks. I'll see you all more than likely tomorrow. Good night.